What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Holy Cow. The SBA responds to my reconsideration for 24 months of working capital. It is Friday, TGIF, May the 14th, 2021. Please do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up, hashtag. Any idea with the comments below if you haven't seen my new poll. It's a Friday. We're having some fun over on Twitter at Try Small Biz. That's Try Small Biz. I asked you guys, should yours truly get some tattoos? I'm 51 years old. I'm 6'3", 250 pounds. I played football through college. Something tells me I might look kind of cool in some tattoos, but I've never gotten one because here's the deal. I have a slightly addictive personality. Coffee, chocolate, butter, lobster, you name it. A few others that I can't mention on camera. Right, Ma? She's dead. She's dead. Mom died in 2015 of a stroke. I was a mama's boy. She talks to me all the time, but she likes to say, it's a family show. Don't go there, Jason. It's a family show. So look, as I said on Twitter, and please go vote. We're having some fun. It's close. 55-45 in favor. I thought it'd be a lot more in favor, but no. I had some people saying you can't donate blood if you get tattoos. You don't want to look like a felon. Somebody, it's an interesting poll and a lot of comments. So please, after the video, go give me a thumbs up or down. I'm not talking about the skull and crossbones and blood and low vibe stuff. I'm a very spiritual, loving man, so I'm thinking you got to have the horns for the Aries, right? Because my middle name is Aries. Maybe that's across my back. Something coming down off the sleeve. Nothing on the hands or up the neck. But some tattoos. But I know as soon as I get one, it's going to turn into 2, and then 3, and then 4. So you guys let me know. Are you in favor of Big J getting some tattoos, or should I stay away from the ink? All right, more importantly, get to the point, Jason, more important. I heard back from the SBA this morning, and there's a couple things that I'm going to read to you here that blew my ass away. Namely, where was the email from? And more importantly, where did they ask me to send 4 documents? So pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee, ice cold beer, glass of wine. Here we go. By the way, L. Francis, Caramel Company. I'm addicted to this stuff. I bought it at Walgreens not too long ago. Oh my God, it's made with Wisconsin AA butter. And I love butter, so my goodness. We're going to need some sponsors when we launch this website, trysmallbiz.com. Going to turn into a mobile app almost immediately. And every one of you watching is going to make a boatload of money over the next 20 or 30 years. So L. Francis, you might want to consider putting a banner on the old trysmallbiz.com. Going to be launching that in the month of June. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're excited. There's a couple of screenshots over there, a little underwhelming with the response, but I think they look cool as shit. And where do you see it on a mobile app and a big old desktop? It's going to be very exciting. trysmallbiz.com will launch in the month of June. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me set the table, and then I'm going to go through every line of this email from the SBA. On May the 6th, I applied for a reconsideration for increase because they declined me. What a surprise, right? Maybe just to gin me up a little bit, but actually I think it was the correct decision on their part. My loan officer was a great guy. He said, Jason, you're outside of the 25% variance. So here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. If you made a mistake like I did on my application last year, and you estimated your 2019 revenue to be more than 25% of what it actually shows on your 4506T, they're going to automatically decline you. And I've asked several loan officers since. They said if you're even 25.00001, unless you have someone that's got pull that I don't, it's an automatic decline. But the chances are, and I have to believe by the way this is written, and it's similar to what all of you have gotten in the past, but there's 2 major differences. I think they're going to say, okay, you overestimated. We're going to go off your actual number on your 4506T, which means the 6-figure offer they gave me is probably going to be $40,000 to $50,000 less than it showed in my portal before. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't been through this process of reconsideration, because as I told you, I don't need the money. I'm doing this for you guys. I'll probably send the whole thing back. This is to help you get acclimated to what you can expect if you go through the same process. All right, subject line. Eidl increase request. It had my app number, 330, etc. Then you get a case number. SBA all caps 00083, etc., etc., etc. So it says Eidl increase request when you get an email back from the SBA on reconsideration. It's got your app number, and then they give you an SBA ticket number. Dear applicant, application number highlighted in blue. We have reviewed your request for EIDL loan increase of the above referenced disaster loan application. At this time, and when I read this, I went, don't tell me I've got to go in front of the camera and say I got declined not once, but twice. At this time, we are unable to complete the evaluation of your request until the following information is provided. 1, a complete signed and dated SBA Form 2202, schedule of liabilities for the business. Now, very simple. It's your debts and your obligations. I've helped over 300 people win reconsideration. Nobody ever paid me a dime. If you see fakes and phonies out there using my name and photo, it's not me. I never charge. I would never ask you to send me $1,000 so I can guarantee you anything. It's a fake. It's a fraud. Never exchange an email or text someone in the comments when they're trying to guarantee they can get you money. It's all a fucking fraud for all you F-bombers. So, Form 2202, you gotta throw at least one or two in every video. Form 2202 is your liabilities. Now, if you Google that, you'll have some accounting firms that tell you to put everything in there. And then you have some that tell you not to put everything in there. So what you can put is your mortgage. If you work out of the house, you might want to put your mortgage, but many people don't. You're going to want to put your business credit cards, definitely. If you have any costs of goods or services related to inventory that you have to pay for that is beyond 30 to 60 days, like long-term stuff, you're going to want to include that in there. But what most people do, again, this is most, they put a company vehicle if they're driving around town as an Uber. They'll put their business credit cards in there in terms of when did you open it, how much do you owe, what are your payments, etc. And some people, I would estimate about a third to a half that I know, put their mortgage in there. You have to be careful about this. The more you put in there, the higher your cost of goods or services, the less your loan's going to be. In my opinion, put in there what you think is the minimum that you're going to have to show. And if the SBA says, oh, what about your mortgage? Or don't you have, as an Uber driver, a vehicle that you're paying for? Then you can always add it in. I have yet to know anyone that has gotten declined because they didn't put all of their liabilities on Form 2202. The SBA gives me a link, a PDF. They want all documents in PDF. It's very easy to fill out. I've done it many times before. All right, bullet number 2. Provide a copy of your valid government-issued photo ID. In other words, my driver's license. Bullet number 3. Provide a voided check front and back matching the business. Very common, right? So I can do that. I can put down my liabilities. I can put down a copy of my driver's license front and back and a voided check front and back. And then IRS tax form 4506T. I've already sent it in many times, as you guys did. I did it 2 weeks ago, but it's a totally different department. I've had that explained to me several times. So those are the 4 things. Now, this is what I find interesting. The email came from COVID EIDL increase request at SBA.gov. Now, I find that puzzling as someone who's done over 300 reconsiderations, 98% of which I help people win for millions of dollars. Whenever you email pdc.reconsideration or pdcrecons at SBA.gov, anytime they send you back information, it's from that email address until they connect you to your loan officer. But this email, after I emailed pdc.reconsideration at SBA.gov 8 days ago, came to me from COVID EIDL increase request at SBA.gov. Now, I have a theory as to why that is, and I'm going to explain it before we get to the end, but I want to share with you the helpful hints that the good old SBA, helpful? Is there anything helpful about the SBA? I'm not so sure about. Actually, there is. We all know some loan officers that are working hard. I do think Miss Isabel Guzman is doing the best she can with an archaic, outdated, in some cases corrupt, especially at mid-level, right? James Rivera, not that I'm accusing you of being corrupt, but you probably know what I'm talking about. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Helpful hints, ladies and gentlemen, on a Friday afternoon from the SBA. Number 1, please use the link provided to ensure submission of the acceptable version of IRS Form 4506. There's an embedded link. You hit that. It populates 4506T. You save it as a PDF. You send it back to the email address that I'm about to share with you. Another helpful hit, the IRS Form 4506T must be clear. It is recommended to submit a PDF, not a photo, to reduce image quality issues. Bullet number 3, The document must be signed and dated in ink or digital e-certification electronic signature, digitized version of your handwritten signature. They had to explain that to you in parentheses. Are you guys glad this week is over? Don't forget, tattoos or no tattoos, the poll's over on Twitter at TrySmallBiz. Next bullet, helpful hint from the SBA. The correct tax form must be filed for your business, must be entered on line 6. Let me read that again. The correct tax form filed for your business, whether you're an LLC, S Corp, sole prop, etc., must be entered on line 6. Bullet number, 5? 6C, record of account must be checked. So that's obviously on the form related to 4506T. And then the last bullet point is the signatory box must be checked. All of those bullets have to deal with form 4506T, which again, you guys already have at least 2 copies from, but we all know they're segmented and siloed, so I get it. The requested, and this is what blew me away, the requested information can be attached to this email. So in other words, I'll just forward this email and return to COVID EIDL increase request at SBA.gov. Now think about what I just said, ladies and gentlemen. We've all done reconsideration, or many of us have, or you know someone who's done it. You send it to PDC Recons or PDC.reconsideration at SBA.gov. They came back to me in 8 days from where I requested the original application for 24 months of working capital 6 or 7 weeks ago. And instead of sending my stuff back to a loan officer or the reconsideration department, I'm going right back to the beginning where the email flow is probably slowed way, way, way down relative to when they opened the portal or when they sent us the email. And I'm sending this all back to COVID EIDL requests at SBA.gov. You know what my theory is, assuming that this is not a disaster in the making? And if somebody knows, pipe up in the comments. But I'm theorizing that I'm going back to where I started, because once they receive and check or agree with what I send in, the blue box that went away in my portal is going to return, along with the 6-figure loan offer that they gave me, probably reduced a bit because of my 4506T is less than what I estimated. So look, that would mean, in my opinion, this process could go a hell of a lot faster than the 2, 3, 4 months regular reconsideration is, because they're sending us back to the beginning, probably going to repopulate what they took away, and I still haven't gotten a denial email, by the way. They're going to put back the blue button or the loan offer they gave me and ask me to sign another doc. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just wanted to share that with you guys, that I find it very interesting that when you go for reconsideration this time, unlike the prior loan, they send me at least back to the beginning, COVID Eidl request at SBA.gov, and they say forward this email back to where you started, which to me has to mean they're just going to repopulate my portal, because once they decline you, it just goes back to what it looked like before. Got the loan offer that I was given last year on the left, and it says these funds have already been dispersed. Well, if this goes through, they're probably going to repopulate it with the 24 months of capital minus a little bit between the difference of my estimate and my 4506T revenue, and then have me probably sign the same document one more time. And then a loan officer is going to reach out to me probably in 2 or 3 weeks, but we don't know yet. This could go a hell of a lot faster. And then who knows? I might get a 6-figure deposit in my account, disappear south of the border, maybe to Rio. I've never been to Rio, with a bunch of tattoos and never come back. So until next time, hey, always remember, I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. And don't forget to vote. Tats or no tats? Tats or no tats? I almost said another word that starts with T. I hear you, Ma. Thanks for watching.